Hello everybody, I'm Dwight. You just saw a couple of videos about me, and I'm so sorry I could not be here with you this evening. I'm in the room with you making this video, however. Right now I'm back in Miami Beach, Florida, probably laying on a beach, relaxing and getting ready to return to Malaysia. And I hope I'll have an opportunity to meet all of you when I return. I just wanted to take a few moments though and share a few personal thoughts with you. People ask me all the time why I invested in Masters of Success. And I want to explain a few things to you. You just saw the video of the Christmas thing that we did with the children here in Kuala Lumpur area. And I want to make a point. People often say to me, "Oh, you're so terrific, you did such a wonderful thing." That's not true. And I want you to know that all of you could have done what we did. I bet you that almost every one of you in this room felt for those children. The way we found out about these children was by going to church, and in the church they played a brief video and showed about 5 minutes worth of video about these children and the hardships that they were going through. And there were over 1,000 people in that room watching that video. And they did that 10 nights in a row. So over 10,000 people saw the same video that we saw. But the only difference was this. You see, when we went, Jack and I went to visit these children, and we visited the lady Wendy that runs this home. We asked her, how many of those 10,000 people came to see you? Came to offer their help and support? Zero. Nobody. Now, everyone in that church would have loved to have been a part of what we did. And I bet you most of you would have loved to have been a part of what we did. The only difference was I stood up and said 6 little words. Let's give Christmas to these children. And everyone else said yes. And if I had asked everyone in that church, would you like to come help us give Christmas to these children, they would have all said yes. And if I had known you and said, would you like to help us give Christmas to these children, most of you would have said yes. The point is, it just takes one person to take one step, to step out of the box and say, let's do this. It takes a leader. And being a leader is not that difficult. It's just listening to your heart and standing up and saying, I want to step outside of the box. I don't want to be like the other 10,000 people who did nothing. I want to do something with my life. Do you want to do something with your life? That's why I am involved here. I love to help people. And I believe by helping people, money comes. Of course I love to make money. We all love to make money, but I love to be proud of what I'm doing to make money. I love to feel good about the things that I'm doing to make money. And I feel good about being involved here. Let me tell you just a few things about the people here at Masters of Success that you may not know. Starting with Jacqueline, did you know that her mother worked in a factory and she was a single mother? And they didn't have very much, and yet Jacqueline had a very advanced brain. In fact, she was a straight A student in the very top school in Singapore. There were few students better than she was. But tuition was $14,000 every 6 months, and that was almost 20 years ago. So Jacqueline decided to start tutoring and sharing her knowledge with other students who were not doing so well. In fact, she worked over 40 hours a week on top of her own advanced studies because she was in the most advanced program in the most advanced school in Singapore. So on top of her own studies, she worked 40 hours plus a week to teach other children, and she got paid for that, and she got paid so much that she was able to pay her own tuition all the way through school. Her dream then was to become a mentor to others, to help train and teach others. She found her life goal in those years as a teenager, 16, 17, 18. After completing her education, Jacqueline accepted executive positions first with Compaq Computer, and then with HP. She worked hard and was very successful in the corporate world, but she was not happy because she had given up her own personal dream. After 8 long years in the corporate world, she rediscovered her dream. She was tired of working for corporations where she was helping other people's dreams come true, and decided to recommit her life to making her own dreams come true. And so she began to study with that very brilliant mind of hers, and she began to work with one of the great trainers in Asia, and eventually she was doing her own programs. She then found people like Jet and Carol. Jet is a fine young man. When I asked Jet what his goal in life was, he told me that his goal in life was to have an orphanage, his own orphanage, to help raise and mentor children that have no chance in life. Have you ever met a young man whose goal in life was to do that? I have never met anyone who told me that that was his goal in life. Is that a very special person? Yes. Do you invest in those kinds of people? Absolutely. And Carol, you know, you saw my video about the modeling industry. You know, I've been around a lot of very successful young women. I have spent my life empowering young women to become stars, to become millionaires. And I've never met a girl, a young lady, I should say, a young woman that is as strong, as smart, as funny, as driven, and as self-confident as Carol. The 3 of those people together here in Masters of Success is a dynamic group of people. And their entire goal is to take people like you, share their knowledge. Jacqueline sharing years of experience, years of knowledge, a very brilliant mind, having studied with the greatest trainers in the entire world. Their goal is to help you become the best you can be, to help you succeed in life, so that you will spread the word about this very unique center. That is why I invested in this company and in this location. The programs are incredible. The Enneagram, I took it. Jacqueline on Skype when I was in Florida and she was in Malaysia, analyzed and spent hours with me analyzing my Enneagram, and it changed my life. It helped me greatly with my relationships in business, with my own family relationships, and my friendships and personal relationships. I went through the goal-setting course. It's brilliant. It's far beyond anything I've ever seen. Tonight, you're going to see Edwin do something very difficult. Many of you have a lot of experience online, on the web, with Web 1, Web 2. Now we're graduating to Web 3. This is not a simple technical thing, you see, and all of you have different levels, and today, what he's going to do is conceptual. He's going to try to explain to you the biggest thing and the biggest explosion and the biggest change in the world since the Industrial Revolution. Open your minds to something huge. And he's going to try to explain the philosophy and the psychology behind all of this, and why and how to separate yourself from the masses. And then he has a program that's really hands-on. Now, many of you have had hands-on programs about Facebook or other social networking. You could go online and see thousands, tens of thousands of videos of people explaining how to use Facebook. But the difference is they don't get results for you. So once you understand tonight the philosophy, the psychology, then working one-on-one on a hands-on basis in this room for hours and hours on end, where we can help show you how to create your image so that customers will react, and they will react to where they share your message and your story with others. That's the secret. That's what we have to offer here. We hope you'll enjoy yourself. We hope you'll spread the word and help us help others become the best they can be. So until we meet in real life, face to face, enjoy your evening at Masters of Success. Good night and God bless.